What's going on, YouTube? Another troubleshooting video here. Alright, I got this skill saw. Had it for many years. And just crappy little skill. And I like it. It works. And, well, did work. And, I don't know, got the job done whenever I needed it to. So, I don't have a problem with it. I don't really like skill, but whatever. Extension cord, as you can see, light is on, so we've got power. Let's go ahead and check this thing out and see what we've got growing on here. Growing on. Okay, got power on, and I'm not getting anything. So, we're going to unplug this thing. Smack the camera while I'm at it. So, we are unplugged now. So, let's set that cord over there. Alright, let's get in on this thing. I noticed already we've got a bunch of screw holes here, and they're all Phillips. So, we're just going to start my handy dandy little 10-in-1. We're just going to go ahead, take this sucker apart. Let's find out why this thing does not work. I wonder how many screws this thing has. Quite a few. Alright. Done. Ah! The deeper holes my 10-in-1 doesn't want to fit. Alright. I'm going to have to get another screwdriver. No big deal. Let's get the ones we can get. Alright, I think that's the last one I'm going to be able to get. I need to go ahead and grab another screwdriver. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. The new screwdriver. This one is not going to want to come out. The ones in the deep hole are going to have to stay in. Until we flip it over. Come on, get in the hole, buddy. Looks like these ones are extra long. And I think this is the last one. Yay! Alright. So that should be it. That's my regular size. Well, let's take this thing apart. Come on now, don't be afraid. Here we go. Ooh, not the correct way to take it apart. This would have been the better way. But anyway, not a big deal. Get this sucker back together. Alright, give a clip. Now where I'm going first is right here for the switch. That's always my first clue whenever something's not working. And, kind of sounds like it's working. Kind of hear a click in there when you press it in. But my very first thing that I always go for is always the power switch. So we have got, what do we got here? Okay. So we've got our black power coming in. That's our hot. We got our white power coming in. That's our neutral. And then we have our blue wires going out to our motor. So, which I'm going to have to fix these brushes here. They just popped up. Whenever I'm ready to put it back together, we'll have to go ahead and do that. So, let me take a second here, figure out how we're going to wire this thing up, and I'll be right back with you. Should be over here. Alright, brush is in. Everything's in there except for my reciprocating blade, which goes, dang it, like so, right there. Alright, back together. Anyway, alright, looking at this. Alright, well, I'm back, and got it all put back together. This was the side it was not supposed to be resting on, which was the side it was. So I put it all back in. The brushes had to go back in. You can see those. Those are 2 brushes for the motor. If you know what a brush is, it's this thing that puts constant pressure up against here. And to be perfectly honest, I don't even remember what the heck they do, but they keep your motor running. I know that for sure. So if you don't have them in there, it's not going to work. And some corded saws, probably cordless too, I don't know. You'll have to change these brushes. Sometimes they will wear out. I don't think that's the problem. I think it's this switch. So what we're going to do is we're going to hardwire this thing. Pretty much, like I said, you got your hot coming in here on your black line, and you got your neutral on the other line. So as you can see, we got blue lines going to the motor, and they are attached. So this blue line is attached to the hot, and this side is attached to the neutral. So ideally, if we take these 2 screws out, pull these out, wire not all 4 together, and plug it in, and if it works, this switch is bad. So let's go ahead and do that. I got a little precision screwdriver dealy here. Hopefully this will be good enough. Let's see what we got here. I don't believe it matters, but let me go ahead. I'm going to label one of these blue just to be sure. I'm going to do it with a little bit of Scotch tape here. I'm going to label the blue line that is with the neutral. So the one with tape on it is the blue line that's on with the neutral here, which doesn't appear to want to come out. Grr! Again, it's coming. Is that another screw or something? What? It's that one. Why isn't this one coming? Doesn't really want to touch. Anyway, we don't have to do that. What we can do is just touch these together here because we've got enough exposed right there. Right, yeah. So, yeah, the way this should be working is when you press this in, it's making contact with your neutral to this line and your hot to this line. So ideally, if we just jump them out and we put this one on this wire and my neutral, come here there, buddy. There we go. If we touch the neutral here to that, let me grab Gator Clips would be nice. Wait a minute, what the heck is this? This one, yeah? Wacky. What the heck? Alright, well, all we really need to do is touch our hot to this side, which is the motor, and touch our ground to the other side. So let me find a set of Gator Clips, and that way we can make this work a little safer where my hands aren't right next to electricity. So let me grab some Gator Clips. Alright, I had to go get my electrical meter. I always carry a couple extra Gator Clips on there. Obviously, you can't just use one here and the same exact one holding the ground on, or the hot on, because it's going to come in on the hot, hit this Gator Clip, jump straight over to the neutral, and go back. And it's not going to power your device. It may, but I'm not counting on it. So that's why I'm going with 2 separates. And I don't like these ones. Those ones probably need to be replaced. Alright. Other stuff. Alright. I think these are my good ones. Yeah, these are my good ones. Alright, let's go ahead, tape up the ends here, because we don't need stray electricity. Alright. So now they're just single Gator Clips now. The wire, it means nothing. Alright. Now, let's see how we're going to get this on here. Okay. Be like so. Let's do this like this. Do, do, do. Oops, come on now, grab it. Grab that little guy. There we go. Okay. Now, this is the part nobody should be attempting at home, but pretty much what we've just done is, let me get this into the camera zone here. What we've just done is we've used 2 separate alligator clips. They are now sealed off, so you shouldn't get any stray electricity, both of them. And they're going to remain separated. I'm going to move this sucker over here and hold it down with the electrical tape. And these guys are all hooked up. I believe, no, this one, oh, both of them fell off. Daggone it. Okay, there's my neutral. And let's get my ground. Okay. That should be hooked up. And if this is the problem, let's move this out of the way here. If this is the problem, it should fire right up. So let's see what we got here. Yeah, that would be it. Switch is bad. All I had to do is jump this sucker out. I mean, I hope everybody can figure out how I did that. All I did was take it off of this lug right here and attach it right to what it would be connecting to. Same with my hot here. Took it off of its lug and attached it to this blue wire. So we're making continuous power. There's no off switch. So pressing this button no longer does anything. I bypass the entire thing. So we know that this switch is bad. So obviously I need a new switch. So I don't have a new switch. Actually, the brush is falling off again. Jeez, oh man. So it goes down. These need to go in. Come on there, buddy. There we go. Oop, that's not in there. There we go. Bang! Alright, there's that. Oh, my flinging piece. Alright, let's see. Blade forward. Wait, where's the other piece? Isn't there another piece that fell off? No, maybe not. Alright, let's lift this motor up a little bit. There we go. So that is now down in there. A goofy crank. Everything's in. No, it's not seated. I have to seat that a little bit, but oh, this is not in right there. Yeah, there we go. Need to get this sucker seated down a little bit better. Alright, well, it doesn't really matter at this point because I need a new switch. So, and I need to figure out what the heck's holding these freaking wires in right here. It's very weird. Normally there's a screw down thing, like right here. That's the best way to go about it. But, yeah. Oh well, not a big deal. I don't have to worry about that right this second. I'm sure the new one will come with instructions on how you're supposed to put them in. And if not, they're probably like a slip-in style where you just throw a little solder on the end to make the braided wire a little bit tougher, and you just kind of push it right in there. I don't like those designs, but whatever. Alright, well, that was a fun little troubleshooting deal. And figured out what was going on with this thing. I need to obviously work with it a little bit to get it back together. It's not back together exactly the way it's supposed to be, but then again, I need a switch. So it's not like I'm ready for it to go back together anyway. It can sit here taken apart till I get my switch. But alright, that was a fun little electrical fun thing. Yeah. Anyway, that was some troubleshooting here on how to troubleshoot a device. My advice with just about any kind of electrical device: when it's not working, go for the switch first. I actually have a carpet cleaner right over here, and it was not working. I didn't know why. Guess what it was? It was the switch. It's the switch that turns on the spray and the electric motor to spin the brushes on the bottom. So, a lot of switches going out around here. But that would be my first guess. If you're a person who likes to do it yourself and likes to figure things out, I mean, for crying out loud, if this thing's not working, and what am I going to do with it? It's probably going in the garbage. So why not take it apart and try to figure out what's going on? Even if you break it when you take it apart, so what? Throw it away. You're going to throw it away anyway. That's my favorite thing about broken things, is it's not a big deal to take them apart, see what the heck's going on with them, why they're not working, and put them back together. So, I'm wiping off my hands on a paper towel. But that has been troubleshooting with my jigsaw here, figuring out why it doesn't work, and it's just the switch. So I just need to get that and put all this stuff back together. This little dealie, this has a little notch right there, this little screw. That goes right into this little, well, goes in here. This thing goes resting up against the blade, and this screw here goes into this spot right there. Cover on there, screws in, and it'll be back together. But like I said, I'm not even going to bother putting it back together. I need a switch, so I'm going to try to find one of those and get it in there so I can have a working jigsaw. Alright, well, that was fun little troubleshooting. So, if you enjoyed this, go ahead, give it a thumbs up, comment, favorite, like, subscribe, all that fun, happy media stuff down below. I will catch you the next time I got something broken. Till then, later.